President Joe Biden held a 3-hour talk Monday with his Chinese counterpart Xi Jinping, their first in-person encounter since Biden took office and an opportunity that both sides appeared to hope would lead to an improvement in rapidly deteriorating relations. Emerging afterward, Biden told reporters he was open and candid with Xi about the range of matters where Beijing and Washington disagree. He cast doubt on an imminent invasion of self-governing Taiwan, and seemed hopeful his message about avoiding all-out conflict was received. Still, the U.S. president was frank that he and Xi came nowhere near resolving the litany of issues that have helped drive the U.S.-China relationship to its lowest point in decades. "I'm not suggesting this is kumbaya," Biden said at a news conference, "but I do not believe there's a need for concern, as one of you raised a legitimate question, a new Cold War." Biden entered Monday's talks hoping for an opportunity to take stock with Xi of the world's most important bilateral relationship. He described Xi as not overly confrontational but instead the way he's always been, direct and straightforward. He was clear, and I was clear that we will defend American interests and values, promote universal human rights and stand up for the international order and work in lockstep with our allies and partners, Biden said. "We're going to compete vigorously, but I'm not looking for conflict." In a sign both men arrived to meeting hoping to improve the souring relationship, Biden announced his Secretary of State Antony Blinken would visit China and said officials from each country would begin working together through issues. The White House said in a statement after the meeting that Biden raised concerns about human rights and China's provocations around Taiwan. But they found at least one area of apparent agreement, that nuclear weapons cannot be used in Ukraine, where that nation is trying to fight off a Russian invasion. President Biden and President Xi reiterated their agreement that a nuclear war should never be fought and can never be won, a White House readout said, referring to the threat of nuclear weapons use in Ukraine. Biden did underscore areas of potential cooperation with Xi, including on climate change, in talks that stretched past their expected time at a luxury hotel in Bali. And he sought to convince Xi that a nuclear-armed North Korea was not in China's interests, particularly because further nuclear or long-range missile tests by Pyongyang could prompt Biden to scale up American military presence in the region. "It's difficult to determine whether or not China has the capacity to convince Kim Jong-un to back off his tests," Biden said. "I'm confident China is not looking for North Korea to engage in further escalatory means."